After a week away, Happy Valley returns on Wednesday night for a 9-race program. Welcome to Racing to Win, where it's all covered for you here on the show. We've got a couple of races to have a look at, and joined in the studio today to preview it all by Paul Lally and Nick Child. And Nick, as the meeting goes on, the races go up in grade.
They do, yeah, absolutely they do. And there's some pretty nice horses, actually. Some nice Happy Valley horses running around on Wednesday night, as is usually the case, of course. Some last start winners and some horses that are certainly on the improve as well. So I think it's a pretty good card, all things considered.
Lord of the Rings had Return of the King. This is as close as we get to the Return of the King. Welcome back, Paul Lally.
Yeah, thanks very much, Mark. It's good to be back here, and I can tell everyone that there's a great jackpot coming up as well in the Triple Trio. 1.3 million, that's going to get over the 3 million mark as well. Host of first starters going there. One looks pretty smart as well, so we'll see how he goes on. Never easy to win a race at Happy Valley.
It's Not Packing Power is the name of that horse. Before we get on to Happy Valley on Wednesday night, it's back to Japan and the feats of the great romantic warrior in the Yasuda Kinen.
It's about 7th or 8th in the meeting. Stand by, they're set, they're ready. They're off and racing in the Yasuda Kinen. Beautiful start. Romantic Warrior Debune commence male, and Win Carnelian goes forward. They approach the 400-metre mark, and it's still Win Carnelian starting to get out now and trying to surge its way through is Romantic Warrior, and running on Voyage Bubble, and in between runners is Stella Veloce, and here comes Namur. Namur comes up, but starting to sprint out is Romantic Warrior. Namur running on Soul Rush. It's still Romantic Warrior. Romantic Warrior, he's hanging on. Oh, he's a star. Romantic Warrior takes out another Group 1.
如果難度佢冇澳洲咁難，但係呢個意義咧比澳洲大好多，因為你知道我做副練嗰時咧都跟我老細阿愛倫咧，愛倫先生咧派馬過嚟贏咗第一隻靚蝦王啊嘛，我覺得。好多謝阿頭俾個機會我，真係多謝我 boss 俾個機會我嚟，俾我學識咗點樣帶馬去外國，點樣做到一絲不苟，點樣要做到最好，唔好同人即係唔好話講對唔住，係冇對唔住㗎，頭做嘢係呢啲所有嘢我都記到喺而家。我希望我都希望我帶嗰啲人嚟咯，我都希望佢哋將來傳承啲精神，幫馬會貢獻俾馬會咯，我覺得係。
Yeah, no, awesome. I'm very proud of him. He just goes out there, performs every time, and he's just an absolute warrior and champion. And yeah, there's no words for him really. He just keeps getting the job done.
I only can say it is something which probably will not happen in the next 20 or 30 years. It is an outstanding performance from the horse and from the trainer and the team, and who is the jockey combination with James, they're made in heaven. I personally think it's one of the greatest successes of Hong Kong racing. I was very touched when you look at the recognition of the Japanese fan when they see a world-class champion when he came back. You will see this in very few sports where people appreciate the quality what they have seen. And Romantic Warrior definitely has won the hearts of Japanese fans, and they see him as an all-time great.
That was Sunday at Tokyo Racecourse, Nick. What a horse, what a season. Absolutely unbelievable.
Absolutely, look, for sure. And look, we run out of superlatives when we get these really good horses, obviously, and we're privileged to have a lot of good horses here in Hong Kong, of course, and Golden 60s and the like, and obviously a lot of very smart ones. But this fellow now, he's really putting himself up there, isn't he, in the top echelon?
No, it definitely is, and it's not often you see James McDonald speechless, but you know he's run out of words for this horse, because he just every time he asks him to do something, he just goes in an extra level. So fantastic win.
Great ride, great win, and a great season for Romantic Warrior. His trainer though, Danny Shum, looking to the Happy Valley leading trainers here, Paul, and he's in a battle with Casper Founds for the unofficial premiership at the Valley.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we know Casper is always very good at Happy Valley as well, so it's good to see Danny sort of putting that pressure on him and coming into the last few races or meetings of the season. We'll see how he goes. He's He's got those four there on the first page, which Packing Power. We talked about him at the start of the show. He looks a very exciting newcomer. Amazing award. He's going to be 50 to 1 plus. I'm going to put him in the numbers because I thought it wasn't a bad gallop from him last time. He's improved from his debut.
Yeah, and he's got 18 palms. Helene Warrior and Exuberant there, a bit of a regular in race number 9. So chances are plenty for him. So too Casper Founds. He's got to Divine Shining coming up in the 3rd. Fairy Horse probably not without some sort of chance in the 4th there. He was a bit better last time. Daring Pursuit. Sky Trust, perhaps one of his more interesting runners on the programme, and then chances in the second half there, Paul. Kaholo Angels racing well. Sugar loves it here.
Yeah, he does, definitely. And Rocket Spade sort of caught the eye at Sharton last start, so he's really a horse that's going to enjoy going back to Happy Valley.
And the leading jockeys, Paul, Zach Purton in front on this one. So Zach in front everywhere except the all-weather. Karis Teton is second when it comes to Happy Valley.
Yeah, and Karis obviously is pretty good on the all-weather as well. So, again, Karis has had such a good season, but, you know, Zach miles ahead.
Hugh with a good record too. With 131 rides, he's won 23, so his strike rate is very good around the valley, which is going to look this way for racing on a Wednesday night. We have the 9 races. We are up to meeting number 78, and the rail goes back into the A-course position. 2 races we feature, both for Violet Hill. The Class 3s over the 1,200 metres at 10:15 and 10:50 local time. Race number 8 has Kaholo Angel with an extra £13 on his last start at the top of the book. Watch Buddy having his first start since March. He put up lame after that last race. Happy Fat Cat has the cheek pieces going back on. Righteous Arian comes up in grade after winning a Class 4 race on the 8th of May. Active Faith is a 2-time course and distance winner. Joy Cumming is a 3-time course and distance winner. King Excellente has trialled well since his last run, and Kairos Dragon, off a rating of 118 and a lightweight, Paul, is in good form. Happy Fat Cat, if he gets the starts right, he should have no problems leading here.
Yeah, he likes to lead. He's got the apprentice claim as well, so he should be able to get to the front. Youthful Spirits has been pinging the gates well. He won't be too far away. Ladies' Choice hasn't been to Happy Valley in the past, but with his running style, he likes to go forward. And Active Faith, he's probably one of the fastest horses out of the gates these days, Active Faith, but he doesn't like to lead.
We go straight to our first replay here on Racing to Win. Nick doing the interviews today, and he chatted to Alexi Bedell, who rides Kairos Dragon.
Alexi, Kairos Dragon, one of your rides on Wednesday night. He's a horse at the bottom end of the weights here, but he continues to race well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he seems to be in good form. I think his handicap mark is pretty good. He definitely improved recently, so I think he should run well from a good gate.
He's only still relatively lightly raced, and I guess he's just sort of slowly getting there, isn't he, really, without doing anything sort of extraordinary. But his form certainly ties in with some of the best in this.
Yeah, he's still fresh for this season, I think, and he's a tiny horse. He's not a big horse, so I think the bottom weight in Class 3 is a good thing for him. Anyway, he's in good form. I don't think the track will suit him, whether it's raining or not, and he's in good form.
He's drawn gate too. I know he doesn't necessarily sit super close to the pace, but always good to have a nice low draw.
Yeah, that's a lot easier. You know, I don't have to worry about many things. Just follow the rail and see if I can finish strong.
He looks a rock solid chance. Just going back to the weekend, must ask you about Flying Ace. That was a really good run in defeat from him.
Yeah, very good race. He's a lovely horse. He's had a great season. So he's beaten by a good horse, obviously, and. Yeah, I hope he's still got the ability to win at that level. Yeah, he's a nice horse. I was grateful.
Just a word on your season, Alexi. I think just recently got to the 36th, I think it was, so you've surpassed last year's tally. We haven't got too much longer left of the campaign. How do you sort of view your season currently?
It was a good season overall. Like, there was clearly some highlights, and last season was obviously difficult with my fall, and this season is very competitive, but I'm grateful for the support, and I think things are going well, so try to keep up.
Maybe 40 by the end of the season. I suppose that's a realistic target, isn't it, really?
Oh, that could be great. I've got good rides coming up, but, you know, it's not only up to me sometimes. Towards the end of the season, the weather, the horses needs to stay fresh, and we'll find out.
Kairos Dragon, Paul, is going well. Can he figure again this week?
Look, he's definitely one of the chances in the races. Look, the horses this season have been winning sort of from in the first 2 or 3, so it's going to be a little bit against his running stock.
Yeah, look, I agree. I do think he's some sort of chance for sure, and the fact they've kept him in this grade when he's eligible for easier, I think is perhaps a telling sign too.
A word for Lost Child at Shartin on the weekend. Here's Joy Cumming. Nicky runs 3rd, Herakta Faith 6th, Lucky Archangel 8th. Now, Kaholo Angel wins this race and he was very good. This is 2 starts ago where he beat Wings of War, who's come out and won since. He has since run 4th behind Colourful Emperor.
Yeah, look, so that form's certainly not the worst. I've got a bit of time for that form, but he has drawn 12, which might just make things a little bit tough, and has actually trialled since behind certain Kaiying Rising as well. Act of Faith, look, I thought he was probably just an OK chance along with Lucky Archangel. I didn't mind Joy Cumming here, Paul. I thought he's run OK.
Yeah, he's run well. He just needs to get in. There's a little bit of pace underneath him. If he can get into a good position, then I think he's a definite chance.
Lightly tried in the grade is Joy Cumming. Poor Lady's Choice, Paul. What does he have to do to win a race? He's a place getter's dream because he keeps running a minor prize. He's way overdue, isn't he?
I think so. And I just think he's really suited here to Happy Valley. He runs on the pace and he's running well. Now, the little negative, I suppose, is his win was off a 53 rating. And because he's a victim of consistency, he's way up to his rating of 68 now. But he just runs seconds and thirds. But coming here to Happy Valley might be the key.
Yeah, 5 seconds this season. I know there's been plenty of water under that proverbial bridge, but he actually ran second, beating a neck behind a certain Kaiying Rising if you go back a few starts. So if that's not good form, I don't know what is.
Yep, he's also had a total of 11 starts this season. He's placed in 7 of them, apart from those 5 seconds. Here's Telecom Speed and Righteous Arian, who comes from near enough to last to win this race, Nick. We've seen Telecom Speed having to put up and racing well with some tough runs, but their record in Class 3 so far is doubtful.
That is off-putting. 14 goes cumulative for no wins, no real serious placings at all. But look, Righteous Arian was good this night. He's run home strongly. Obviously, my concern with Telecom Speed is that he's upgraded for running second. That's never normally a positive thing, but he is in good form.
No, definitely. The one positive about Righteous Arian, it was a slowly run race that, and he did hit the line really strongly. He's in form at the moment. I'm going to put him in on a minor line. I know that record here in the grade is a little bit off-putting.
He has trialled well since that race too, has Righteous Arian. He won a trial at Shartin. Now, before the weekend, Paul, this looked like a very good trial when King Excelente ran second behind Invincible Sage, but he was very disappointing on the weekend.
Yeah, look, he's drawn wide his last 3 starts as King Excelente and ran really well, a win in a second. He was a little bit disappointing last time. Barrier 10, again, he's going to have to get back, I think.
Yeah, and look, he's £8 higher than his last win, which came off 53. Off a 61 here, only second go in the grade. Yes, I agree. Look, the trial was more than adequate, and he's got a lightweight, but he's got a wide draw. I think there are probably more negatives than positives with him, in fairness.
We'll save him for something easier from a better draw. Who are your top 4, Paul?
Got to go with Lady's Choice. Races on the pace, and this horse here coming to Happy Valley for the first time should suit. Righteous Arian with that sort of really good run last time off a slow pace. Now, Youthful Spirits, 2 starts ago, the second behind Beauty Waves I thought was very good. He's drawn nicely in Barrier 1, and he'll get his opportunity. And then Kaholo Angel, he's way up in weight, this horse. But look, if they do overcook it in front, you did see him swoop late, and he wasn't given too much chance last time from a wide draw as well. So 3, 6, 5 and 1.
Yeah, I've gone with the horse down at the bottom there, Kairos Dragon. Alexi Bedell's on, having spoke to him there at track work. Look, I think he's got a sound chance receiving weight, so he'll go on top. Lady's Choice has got good form in the book without winning this season, certainly is deserved of one. Youthful Spirits, agree with Paul. I think judged on that run 2 starts ago is a definite chance. And Joy Cumming racing well, good effort last time. He goes into 12, 3, 5 and 9.
We've seen plenty already on Racing to Win, but we're not done there. Back with a whole lot more, including a preview of race number 9, right after this. Welcome back to Racing to Win. The break has just been. That can mean only one thing, Paul. It is time for the last run reminder, the big reveal. We're going early.
Yeah, we'll get the money early, I think, here in race 1, number 6, Same to You. Really eye-catching run from this horse last start. We can watch it here. He drew 11, and you can see he jumped out really well, so there's no problems with him. Unfortunately, he's drawn 12 once again, but this is a really slow run race. You can see the first 800, they ran 0.55 seconds slower than the standard. He was last. They come round. It was totally against the trend here because everything was winning from the front. Keep an eye on him from the outside once he got clear air. He finished off the race really strongly. Now, he's going to have to do something similar from barrier number 12, but it looks like there is a bit of pace in race number 1, so he should get the race run to suit. Happy Tango and the like should set up a reasonable pace. Philos is in there as well. And as such, I think he can run home well.
All right, so that is race 1. This new graphic to take matters in own hands. Race 1, number 6. Same to you for the last run reminder for Paul. It used to be much better when it was down there. But anyway, we move on to race number 9 now. And this is the second division of the Violet Hill over the 1,200 metres. Sugar goes up in trip. Wings of War carries an extra 11 pounds for his last start win. Joyful Hunter is back following some throat surgery. Mega Bonus up in grade. We've got Kaying Cheer, who's trialled well since his last start. The visor goes on. And Exuberant running off a rating of 60 right down the bottom. Paul, we've got California Touch leading.
Yeah, look, he's got plenty of pace, this horse, California Touch, so he should be able to get across and lead. But look, it's not going to be easy for him because Super Fortune likes to lead, Kaying Chair likes to lead, Mega Bonus is drawn wide, but he's got all that pace underneath him. So he might eventually get across, but may have to work. As such, it's going to suit it up. I think this race will be suited for someone to swoop later.
And perhaps one of those horses could be Wings of War. He's a last start winner. Nick spoke to his last start winning rider too, Harry Bentley.
Harry, Wings of War, he must have been extremely pleased to get his head in front last time out. He's been knocking on the door and good to see him finally win.
Yeah, that's right. He'd been promising to win soon, so it was great to get his head in front finally, and yeah, it was a good win.
Prior to winning, of course, he'd been running seconds, thirds, and he was close up. I mean, he hadn't necessarily done anything wrong, had he, really? I mean, he was in good competitive races, and he was always going close, just struggling to get that win.
That's right, Nick. To be honest, he'd been running some really good races, and just been bumping into one each time, whether it be a well-handicapped horse or a horse with a big claim off its back, so through no fault of his own. But he showed what he could do the last time.
We know he's a decent horse on form overseas, and obviously some of that form here, they've put him up to a mark of 75. It does get that bit tougher, but is he the type of horse, Harry, do you think now that he's got his head in front, there might still be that bit more to come from him?
Quite possibly. He might just gain a bit of confidence from getting his head in front, and there should be more to come from him. I've always liked him. He's a horse that feels like he's got a lot of ability, and I think the mark he's off now is still competitive.
He's boxed in gate 2 as well, so probably a decent enough place to be with a horse like him in his running style.
That's right. I couldn't be happier with where he is. I imagine we'll just get a box seat and let him travel where he's happy.
Horses against him this time around, like a Joyful Hunter coming back to Happy Valley. I guess you'd maybe see him as a bit of a danger.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's naturally going to be a competitive race. He'd be one of the ones I'd be slightly worried about, but yeah, with my draw and the way I think the race will set up, my horse is the one to beat, I think.
Harry Bentley there on Wings of War. Paul, how did you assess him on a good win last time, but a lot of extra weight this week?
Yeah, it's just whether he can go back to back. As Nick said in that interview, he's been quite a consistent horse throughout, and now he's got that win, he does go up in weight a bit.
Yeah, they put him up £7. He's now racing off a 75. But look, he's a classy type of horse, and Harry was pretty confident there, I fancied.
He was. So that's our first foray into race number 9. Nick, we move on to Super Fortune, who runs 9th, and Sugar 6th. Now, this was 1,000 metres last time. He's won 5 over the 1,200. Does have a wide draw, and Alfie gets on very well with him.
He does, absolutely. And look, they're a really good pair, aren't they, these two? And look, the £5 coming off is going to be a big help, and also going back up in trip is also going to suit him here. But look, it's a tough old race. He's had 12 starts this season. I just wonder if he's done his winning. He has won a couple, so he's had a good season, Paul.
He has, he definitely has. Yeah, Barrier 11's going to make it a little bit tricky. But the other horse, Super Fortune, I prefer him back at Sharton, I think.
Kaying Cheer, Paul, well down in the weights. He runs 3rd last time. We picked the replay up turning for home. This on the 1st of May. Ends up running 3rd behind an informed co-partner Prance, who runs at Shartin on the weekend. His trial since has also been good.
It's good, isn't he? He's going to put himself right in the race, this horse, as well. It's just how much pressure is on with California Touch there and with Super Fortune, Mega Bonus, etc. But in saying that, he's going to be in the right position. He's racing well, so look, I've included him.
Yeah, look, I think he's got a solid chance for sure. I mean, with the lightweight, the visor's going on first time as well, so interesting with the addition of headgear. He's already tried cheek pieces, blinkers, now he gets the visors.
Got 4 in this replay to see. Nick, California Touch is holding his form well, but he hasn't got the luxury of gates 1 and 2 that he's had recently. Our Lucky Glory's won 2 from his last 3. Aymeric Tespexo has a 7 next to his name, but he's always running on at the end, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Look, both he and Armour Eagle, I thought, were just, okay chances, in fairness, without getting too carried away. California Touch probably the one to take out of it for mine. He's on pace. His last couple of races have been really good, obviously just going down by a head to co-partner Prance, so that form's reading quite nicely. And our Lucky Glory, I mean, he's probably not without some sort of chance if you like him.
Yeah, he should get himself into a nice position. Of those ones, California Touch I've included.
One of the most interesting runners all meeting, Paul, has to be this horse, doesn't it? Joyful Hunter. He has promised to deliver so much. He's obviously had a few issues along the way with that throat surgery that he has had. He's won 2 from 3 at the Valley, and of course 1 or 2 of those wins, in fact both of them, were enormous when he was able to produce from well back.
Yeah, and obviously with those problems, hopefully the surgery has fixed that. I thought the trials have been good from him. He's dropped 14 pounds from his last start as well. So I think they've got him, Francis Lloyd's got him cherry ripe for this. I wouldn't be surprised if he bounced back.
No, absolutely. I tend to agree. Look, he's a very nice horse, as you say. He's had issues, and he's got the tongue tie off. Cross nose man's going back on. They've done the throat surgery with him, so I'm more than happy to take a chance with him back here at the Valley.
This is his report card about to appear on screen and what he has done prior to running on Wednesday night. And just the 1 win at Sha Tin, but very good around the smaller circuit, Nick.
He is, absolutely. And look, he's still relatively lightly raced, only coming up for his 10th run. Mustn't forget he's won fresh as well. So those 98 days off are really going to be a plus as well.
I agree. And the first 2 wins, because he went bang, bang at Happy Valley, and the second one in particular looked like he had no chance, and he managed to get up. Now, they were in Class 4, but he's now won in Class 3 as well.
He looked a perfect Sha Tin horse, didn't he? He hasn't quite taken the step across there.
No, he hasn't. He definitely looks like a Happy Valley horse at this start.
Selections.
Yeah, got to go with him. We'll take a chance on him. He's had a couple of trials to get ready. Joyful Hunter, he should get the race run to suit. K-Ying Chair, California Touch will be on the pace. I thought Aymeric Tespexo can finish off late. 3, 11, 6 and 4.
Yeah, I've also gone with Joyful Hunter here. I think he's well worth chancing in this race, and hopefully he's going to come back bigger and better than ever. So he'll go on top. But Wings of War in for second. He's racing well, and he may well set the standard, I feel, in a race like this. Kai-Ying Cheer in with a lightweight, and California Touch racing well. 3, 2, 11, 6.
It's Joyful Hunter across the board in race number 9. A reminder, you can see all the races previewed on the website hkjc.com and click on audio and video for race-by-race analysis. End of the show is nigh, Paul. Your best bet.
Look, I went with this horse as a best last time. Was Chain of Gold when he raced, and we can see that race once again. Look, it looked like he didn't go through the gap, but that wasn't the case. It was actually the gap closed, so it wasn't the horse's fault here by any stretch of the imagination. And you can see him there, just as he started to get into that gap, it closed there, and he lost a bit of momentum. He finished off nice enough. I think with a lightweight, he can win this with Zach Burton aboard. The long shot, I'm going to make Sight Supreme. He's drawn 12. There's no pace in the race. I wouldn't be surprised they go forward. He's up from 1200 to 1650 for the first time, which looks ideal. And we'll do the play in race 4. So Treasure, Cosmo Navigator, Fairy Horse, QQP.
Yes, best bet for me on Wednesday night. Race 3, number 4, Packing Power. He's a newcomer. Danny Shum trained. Zach Purton will be on board. This is his most recent trial. He's run a nice trial here for second on the all-weather, but prior to this, he did actually win a trial around Happy Valley. He has had, I'll get there in the end, 5 in total, and the 5 of them have not looked the worst at all. He draws middle of the line in 5, tongue-tie on for the debut. I thought he was very interesting. And the long shot, race 4, number 12, La Prasse. He was better last time for his new stable. With a tongue tie on, and he wears it again this time in. And the play, race 5, numbers 1, 2 and 7 for me there.
A lot of pace in So Treasure's race 4, number 7. He's an improving type. He does have early speed, but if he lets the pace go and can sit in behind them, thought he could get up the inside. Newcomer for Casper in race 3. Packing Power is going to be hard to beat, but Divine Shining comes here first up for the stable on the back of a couple of trials. And the play, race 3 at QQP, 4, 5 and 6. That has been Racing to Win. Checking out the diary about what is upcoming. Saturday racing this weekend. Trackside Live from 3:30 and then back to Happy Valley next Wednesday night. Trackside Live from 6:10 as it will be this Wednesday night. So we're getting towards the end of the season, Nick, but still plenty on.
Yeah, there absolutely is. It's always very busy, and if it isn't domestic racing, it's simulcast racing, Paul.
Yeah, definitely plenty to get your teeth into, and a Saturday night meeting coming up.
It is. We'll see you for the first at Happy Valley though, Wednesday at 6:40.